Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear, and today we are going to take a look at a new JETBeam. This is the RRT-0 with the XML LED. So really similar to the existing RRT-0, but it gets that XML LED in there just so you can have more output and a wider area of illumination. So we'll go ahead and take the light out, set it to the side. Silica gel that they've been including 1,000,000 of with every light. Here's the instruction manual, warranty card, accessories that you get with the light. This is the lanyard. You have a pocket clip in there. I'll show you that real quick and pull it out because a lot of people ask about it. So the pocket clip will take and just slide on, pop onto the light just like that. And you have a nice little pocket clip, and you can put it the other way as well. So if you prefer to attach it here, you can do that. So lanyard, O-rings, and then a boot cover cap. Those are the accessories that you get. And the one that I have right here, this is with the optional AA extender. Does not come with it standard. See what I mean about the silica gel? It's all over the place. So it does not come default with this AA extender. You can get it. It's like another 12 bucks or something. By default, this is the light that you get. It'll take either CR123s or rechargeable 123s. Now a lot of times I ignore the fact that a light can handle lithium-ion batteries, especially in the smaller lights, because most of them, the manufacturers don't recommend it, and therefore we don't recommend it. But this one, the voltage is actually, or the compatible voltages are made to handle the rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. So if you want to use those in these lights, it's just fine. You'll still have all your modes, and you get some pretty awesome output. But there's the inside of the light. I'll show you that real quick. There you can see the LED, that Cree XML LED, and the reflector down in there. So relatively small reflector, relatively big LED, so this is going to be a pretty floody beam profile. And here's the ring that you use to adjust the modes. So let's go ahead and throw a battery in there. I'll show you how this thing works. So we've got a CR123, I'm just slide in there, put the head on, and show you the operation. We're going to go and stick the AA extender to the side. Alright, so the operation of this, you have the switch on the back, lightly press it. Actually, we are in lockout. Well, that's a good point right there. So this ring right here, when you turn it all the way to the left, all the way to the left is strobe. Right to the right of that, there's a little detent point, and that is actually going to be a lockout mode. So the light's not going to turn on when you have it in that. You have to go either to the right or the left of that. So we're going to go to the right just so you can see the operation. So lightly press it, and that's where you have your momentary. Press it all the way for constant on, and then to adjust the output, just turn the ring. And I know we've had people complain in the past about some lights where there's not really a lot of room to adjust the different brightnesses. You actually have a pretty good amount of room. You can see that it turns. I mean, it's going almost a full turn, probably 3/4 of a complete rotation around the light. So you have a lot of room to really fine-tune the exact output that you want, which is really nice. And I just got into the hidden strobe mode, as you can see. And then, so like I said, you go to the left and you have that detent mode. Go a little bit past that and you have your strobe. And that's how you get into that. And then just turn it back to the right and you'll have your different outputs again. So again, on the operation, lightly press, you have your momentary. Press it all the way for constant on. Use the ring to adjust outputs. All the way to the left is your strobe. So to show you the difference between it and the existing RRT-0, or the previous one, you can see physically they're pretty much the same light. Zoom in on that just so you can see them better. Didn't really make any changes as far as the ring and all that kind of stuff. I'll show you the LEDs. Reflectors are kind of similar. They are different reflectors because the one with the XML is optimized for XML. But you can see the difference in the size of the LEDs themselves. So this is going to give you a little bit better throw with the XPG LED just because it's a smaller LED, same size reflector. This one is such a larger LED and the same size reflector, you're going to lose a little bit of your throw. But in a compact light, I personally like being able to light up a wider area once, and that's definitely what you can do with the XML version. So we're going to go ahead and take both of these outside and we'll show you how they compare to each other outside. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here are the two RRT-0s. Got the big 40 mag light that I always use. Let's go ahead and try that mag light out first, see how it does. There's a little bush, 15 feet. Tree out there at 100 feet. We'll zoom in on that. Same as it always is. Alright, let's try out the RRT-0s and see how they do. First off, we're going to try the existing one, which is that XPG one. Really nice wide beam, pretty impressive considering its size, especially compared to that mag light. Whole lot of light coming out of this little guy. 100 feet, lights up things extremely well. So obviously it'd be able to go out a lot further than that. We'll just cycle through the different outputs just so you can see how they do. And even on the lower outputs, the really low ones, they are enough to light up the path in front of you. So you can drop them down, get really great battery life, and then when you need it, you can crank it up to the max. So that is the XPG version. Here's the XML. There you go. Wider, a little bit more floody beam, lights up a wider area at once. More overall lumens, but you don't have quite the throw just because the other LED is a lot smaller in the same reflector. There they are side by side. You got the XPG on the right, XML on the left. You can see the difference in the concentration between the two. Alright, let's try these out at a longer distance and see how they do. Alright, we got the two little RRT-0s out here, and this is kind of a sad moment because this is the last video I will be making with the big pine tree in the front yard because it's about to be cut down. So I'm making a bunch of videos tonight. This is the last one. Pine tree will not be there anymore, so we'll have to find something new to compare. But got the big 40 mag light. There is the house in the front yard at 50 yards. Dead pine tree at 100 yards. Doesn't really make it out to the pine tree. Let's try the JETBeams, see how they do. There is the one with the XPG. You can see 50 yards, does pretty well. Even out to 100 yards, the top of that dead tree lights things up pretty well. Not great, but I mean it's a really compact little light. Compact LED, compact reflector, not necessarily meant to go out that far, but still lights up a pretty wide area. So you got some nice spill, and we'll shine it up just so you can see down here at the bottom. I mean, that's my house 50 yards away. So right down in here, just the spill alone will light up those kind of distances. Not too bad. So here is the XML version. You can see wider, more floody beam, so it's going to light up a wider area at once with the hot spot. Shine it around a little bit. Zoom in on the top of the dead tree. Doesn't make it out there all that great, but again, it's a compact light. Not necessarily meant for distances, but it does light up a wide area at once, and you still get the really nice spill, even when you have the hot spot pointed somewhere else. Shine that around a little bit. So we're going to have the XML on the left, XPG on the right, just so you can see them side by side. The difference in the concentration of the beams. So definitely a more diffuse, floody beam on the XML, which again I find a lot more useful, but it's definitely a personal preference. So farewell to the pine tree. We won't be seeing that guy again. It's about to get cut down. But if you like the lights, you can get them from us at goinggear.com. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe. We put out a lot of flashlight videos. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us in the comments or at goinggear.com.